Ну что там, началось? Или нет еще? Признавайтесь. О, все попало. Посмотрим. Поехали. Поехали. Я все-таки решил психануть, нашел рубашечку. Раз играем вампира, отыграем вампира, посмотрим, как это будет непосредственно на экране. Надеюсь, меня хорошо слышно. А там видно. В игре отражены доказанные медицинские теории, существовавшие в 1918 году, но иногда связи между научными фактами и сверхъестественными существами устанавливаются вольно. Другими словами, не пытайтесь изготовить лекарство по рецептам, найденным в игре. Отметим также, что при создании игры ни одна крыса не пострадала. Замечательно. Вампир. Я даже еще не это, я просто игру запустил и запилил стрим. Графику я не трогал, ничего не трогал. По сложности хрен знает, будем ли мы вообще на сложном играть, посмотрим. Не лагает ничего, признавайтесь. Вроде не должно. Настройки. Автоприцеливание. Ладно, поехали. То есть сложность выбрать нельзя.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong.
Какой-то квадратный графон,
Death
ну ладно,
is
хрен.
not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. And
Это прямой косплей. Ну почти. Это у них чума, что ли? Привет, Димас. Ну ладно, в общем, идем. А можно порулить? Нет. А что на русский не перевели? Ну что? Он же ее даже не укусил.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No.
Ах уж эти волосы.
It's horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare.
Ладно.
I need to get out of here.
Вы просто посмотрите, как он бегает. Он как будто в штаны наложил бы. Можешь залезть? Нет? Залезть можешь? Смотри, тут как хорошо. Понятно. Тут коридор.
This can't be.
Еще тут омерзительный английский акцент.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on?
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now.
Kill that thing!
Who are you? Stay back!
Я Человек-паук. А ты?
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Какой-то сенса просто
Who are
убивает.
you? Stupid beast!
А я выпить его не могу? Почему? Я зачем должен собираться постоянно? Причем сенса направо, она не такая же, как сенса налево. Опс. Не сказать, что прям лагает. Но иногда спайкает. А можно сюда спрыгнуть?
No, please, stop! Who are you?
Да пей его, ну нет.
What do you want?
Это хреновый из тебя вампир. Аж прям рассекает. Охренеть. Ну ладно, допустим.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
О,
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? Ah! What in God's sake?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
подлагивает, да? Ну-ка, если так. Ну-ка. Дропов по нулям. Давайте графоний понизим, ну нахрен. На моем компьютере лично я привык уже к такому. Десять 70 лагаем.
Somewhere to hide. Let me go.
Как пить? Ты кто вообще? Привет, ветер. Всем, ребят, привет. Вампир, который не умеет пить кровь. Мы играем за какого-то урода. Не, ну понимаешь, еще не забывай про то, что я стримлю. Это немножко все-таки... А, хрен знает. Да пипец.
Is anybody there? What is this place? Place seems abandoned.
Привет, Александр, он его вставляет куда-то. Норм, чё, завалил уже 4 чела с пушками. Ни одной не взял, ну зачем? Какой-то урод, ладно. Шиллинги. Охренеть. Да ты чё? Заценим, заценим. Чем-то мне это, знаете, что напоминает эту хрень? Evil Within.
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Привет, тюрьма. Меня эта стрижка и борода напрягает. Ну дайте же этому футболисту мяч, пусть поворотом побьет. О, молоток берем. Кто ты? А то сейчас фонарь возьмем еще. Упырь. Это современная жлач-то. Часики.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay.
Правильно,
He's
Шарпи.
got no more responsibilities. What's this?
За всех, кто пришел,
Go
ребят.
watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Часы. Блин, мне нужна кнопка, чтобы не за X прожимать, а... Ну ладно, в общем. Пойдем наверх. Пока что игру фризит. Не должно вообще ни одного лага быть, ну ладно. Пульса нет, невероятно. It's impossible. П, перевод. Запей.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as bright as moon.
Who goes there?
Какой же он урод, блин.
Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
5 рублей. Пистолет, надеюсь. Хотя видюху не обновлял, может, в этом дело. Тут же такой графон. И серии никакой. Для 2018 там.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Глаза мне его не нравятся. Цвет дурацкий. Старый револьвер. Но опять же, я все же надеюсь, что у этой игры есть какой-то перформанс в плане скиллов. И тут читать. 15 октября. Почти не спал. Бекки всю ночь кашляла и бредила в лихорадке. Утром я услышал громкий шум. Несколько мужчин работали на большой машине, которая копала большую яму. Она похожа на механическую лопату. Может пойти туда и спросить, не найдется ли работа для меня. Бекки нужны лекарства. 16 октября. Я поговорил с людьми, которые управляют механической лопатой. Они сказали, что копают по всему Лондону братские могилы. Правильно. Правительство принимает меры предосторожности. Вот вам и симулятор погружения, да. В городе новая эпидемия, грипп вернулся. Работы для меня не нашлось, но Бекки немного поспала. Литейная закрыта, а другой работы в районе нет. 19 октября. Я отправился в Лондон за едой и лекарствами. Поезда не ходят. На дорогу через Тезму и обратно ушел целый день. Бекки, кажется, стало лучше. Я сварил суп, и она поела. Я не нашел лекарств, купил только пару шприцов и немного снотворного на черном рынке. Денег у нас больше нет. Может, завтра пойти в Пембрукскую больницу? Она далеко, а я боюсь оставлять жену надолго. 19 октября. Через несколько часов после еды Бекки стошнила. Она так исхудала, что смотрю на нее и плакать хочется. Она сказала, что по ночам на улице кто-то разговаривает. Она говорит, что хочет мяса. Где найти мясо? Завтра я... А как... Ну ладно.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
А как у тебя эта хрень еще не затянулась, товарищ?
That's it.
Объясни мне. Я не верю, что в то время были такие прически. С выбриванием вот этих вот боков там туда-сюда.
So be it.
А ты быстро сдаешься. Тут, короче, баг, типа, когда автодокумент открывается, он вниз листает, надо заново документ открывать. Ну, я понял. Ныне и присно во веки веков. Достижение. Вампир. Хипстер-вампир, модно-молодежно. Все, игра закончена. Хорошая игра. Сюжет просто бомбический. А, нет, еще не закончил.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is. As mad as the moon. Jane's blood descended into a glowing flesh.
В убежищах вы можете отдохнуть и развить навыки. Чтобы повысить свой уровень и улучшить вампирские навыки, вам придется тратить опыт. Да все норм, сейчас он свой вейп достанет, запустит, майнить биткоины и поедет в смузичную на гироскутере. Я половину слов не понял, но мне кажется, да. Аутофагия. Что это? Вы расходуете свою собственную кровь, чтобы мгновенно восполнить здоровье. Согласен. Ну? А, или мне выучить надо? Зажать надо. Я буду убивать. Какое модное изучение скиллов. Где-то я уже такое видел. Да, я тоже. Ну ладно. Давайте понадеемся, что...
Voice in my head.
Карантин.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Ну, я качаю когти, только я не знаю, как их использовать. Ну, короче, я надеюсь, разберемся. Кто-то меня хочет. Я прям чувствую.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Да убей их, ё-моё, ты вампир. Где Эрик? Где рабы? Где Анечка? Быстро говоря, не то убью.
Here's the leech. Here!
Я лич, поняли?
My head's spinning.
Кто вы такой? Хотя бы так. Не все поймут мои высказывания, но это не важно. Кому надо, тот поймет. Почему я не могу дождаться, пока они придут, убить их нахрен?
It's locked, all right.
Кстати, у меня никогда не было спиннера. Я никогда не пробовал смузи, что там, ну еще кучу всякого дерьма. Даже близко не знаком с вейпом. Старый кол. Что-то... Персонаж говорит, моя голова кружится. Перевод. Мои силы не подвластны человеку, моя голова кружится. Я смузи пил в Таиланде. А смузи это что? Это же этот... пюрешка из фруктов всяких-то. Или что? Оглушение. Нажмите правую кнопку, чтобы оглушить. Применить кол врага. Оглушенный врага можно быть. Ах ты, сучка. Я тебя сейчас... Поняли, да? Чтобы оглушить врага, я втыкаю в него кол. F! Давай! О, блин. И все? Белорусское смузи, картофельное пюре, действительно. Вот так вот. Алиска бесится, что-то она это. Аккуратно с ней. Я только не понял, почему вампирские способности на двойку. Кстати, надо попробовать картофель со льдом в миксере. Ё-моё, извращенец. Ну попробуй. А, и все стоят, ждут. Ну, когти, когти. Вали чертов, блин. Так пей, мать твою. Уже лучше. Я так понял, чем больше убиваешь, тем сложнее будет сложность игры. Так что... Да ты чё, на кого ты вообще прешь? Третий уровень, у них левела есть. Я люблю левела. Только сейчас понял, что ли? Долго доходит до нашего товарища. А смысл вообще какой убивать эти бочки? Рассыпаются, кстати, одинаково. Единственная разница, это в какую сторону бочка развернута. Так. Подобрал какой-то алюминиевый осколок, но нет. Подсветки. Взять дробовик. Ну зачем? Мы и так жесткие. Ну-ка, если я просто побегу на бочке. А при замахе они ломаются. Бочки убивать, потому что так модно. Во всех играх можно ломать бочки. Это да. Короче, будем качать когти и укус, потому что я хочу больше крови. Если бы из бочек шекели падали хоть, ну хоть что-то. В консольных играх ломать бочки почетно повышает время прохождения, да. Вот это верно подмечено. Чё? Карантин в связи с эпидемией. Входить в зону карантина или покидать ее можно только при наличии письменного местных властей. Изменить, убрать или уничтожить данное объявление только представитель, обладающий соответствующими полномочиями. Нарушение взимается штраф. Идеально. Причем бочки он ломает еще до удара. Это меня прям пора. Так я говорю, он просто замахивается, и бочки хана. То есть... Не, ну игра не такое дерьмо, как я думал. Уже радует. Но посмотрим. Вступай в армию. Ты нужен своей королеве... ты нужен королю и стране. Вступай в армию, помоги храбрецам на фронте. Вступай, помоги.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened.
Знаете, что самое интересное? Он сам ее убил, и он винит кого-то в том, что он сделал, блин. Придурок, то, что тебя укусили, это одно. То, что ты сам ее убил, это уже совсем другое. Не оправдывайся, ты виноват. Вот хоть убейся, ты виноват. Как бы...
I have this thirst for blood.
Лежит бомж такой.
I cannot enter.
Не, ну пока непонятно, понимаешь? Просто я сначала думал, что это редкостное дерьмище, как бы.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Крыс же.
It's locked.
Ладно, пофиг, это не Кристоф, он будет жрать ням-ням вкусной крысы. Мы будем звать его Вилхом. Мы будем звать его Вилхом. Я только читал об игрушке, что тут куча крутых механик, ведь это правда. Бой похож на цикличное использование одного заклинания плюс укуса, разговоры с NPC не дают ничего интересного. Не, ну тогда не было сюжета. Ну ты и бруян, ну. Ух, прям. И подлакивает после этого.
I can now control it.
Вообще жестко. А музыка. Как у нее? Там оружие и все вместе надо использовать. Посмотрим. Бета-версия нет, игра вышла. Ты что ж ты крысу-то жрешь? Я просто вижу фигурку, прожимаю. Ну ладно. Я человек простой. Вижу фигурку, прожимаю. Так. Крутые боевые механики в стиле перекатывайся и бей. Одного противника поставить, пока остальные ждут в очереди. Ну да, они реально ждут. Ну ладно, посмотрим.
What will London have to say to me?
Лондон тебе что-то скажет? Ты кто такой вообще? Что тебе город что-то говорил? Что ты несешь? 10 рублей. Тут на эти деньги что-то вообще купить можно? Или это просто деньги, чтобы были деньги?
It's locked, all right.
Да ты че?
So many questions unanswered.
Док в Лаймхаусе.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Я, кстати, должен был получить какие-то ништяки из предзаказа.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Паучье чутье, ребят.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Ломай бочку, ну бас, ты чё? А, ну да, все. Если бы игра стоила 1К, вопросов было бы меньше. А я, кстати, не помню, сколько я за нее. 2500, что ли, 3? Что-то я много отдал, по-моему. Но это было так давно. Года 2 назад. Эх. Масло. Человеки, а где я могу получить эти всякие хреновины? Какое-то ружье там мне должны выдать.
This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked. It's locked.
Открой!
It's locked, all right.
Alright, ты вампир, берешь руками, ломай. Я сломаю даже, блин. Какая немощь. О, рубли. Блин, сюда бы Эрика, он просто всех расхреначил, и было бы нормально. Прикид дает? О, прикид
It's
хорошо.
locked, all right.
Так сломай, у тебя так вот, вот так вот. Так вот. Когтями, а, конечно. Ломать ящики в 2К18. Я стабилен, поэтому я буду стабильно ломать ящики. А эти уже нельзя. Ну что это такое? Кстати, да, у меня же паучье чутье. Ну чё? Туда.
There is no one in sight.
Ну, ключи тут только у людей, а люди их просто так не отдают. Намек понял. Рубай нахрен, где люди? Раз уж я теперь не человек. Меня часто называют чудовищем, так что я привык. Ну открой. Состояние района стабильное. Критическое. Бинт и масло. Хорошо. Да, в принципе, нормально игра выглядит на самом деле. Хотя ладно, давайте немножко... Хотя бы так. Это вообще зашквар. Хотя самый прикол, что у меня... Что на максималке, что на этом разницы никакой. О, рубли. Это те не 90-е, где можно помимо того, что открывать ящики, его можно взломать. Его можно взорвать, его можно сломать. Открыть. Можно попросить его открыть кого-то. Можно взять запертый ящик и продать его. Да. Игры мельчают. Ну ладно. Город. Тебе. Человек, вовремя получивший медицинскую помощь, это удар в самое эпидемии. Требуются волонтеры. Запись будет, а то идти надо уже будет. Я вообще хотел без прикида вот этого стримить, просто, знаешь, валяться на диване такой, поигрывать. Но все-таки вампир, туда-сюда. А тут фуфло. Ну ладно, не фуфло еще. Ну, скажем так, не настолько эпичный, как я думал. Но пока еще. Пока еще непонятно. С ноги выпей. Окей, удачи, запись экрана. Давай, давай. Так, вот этот бег, он меня так просто печалит. Это что такое? Ты в штаны наложил или что? У него как будто ноги короткие-короткие вот с этим. Да. Давай, паучье чутье. Ух. Я вообще опасный. Ну, куда-то я вышел.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
Where
Замечательно.
has everyone gone?
О. Жаль, что сейчас не делают игры с реальной свободой. Ну да. Да, пофиг. Ой, я могу что-то крафтануть. Я не вижу, где мой этот. О, вижу. Средства от сепсиса. Средства от атомии. Средства от переутомления. Да, я всех убивать буду, зачем это? Я же доктор. Замечательное укрытие. Слышите, пищат. Как вам вампир, роющийся в помойках? И еще вопрос. Он переодеться не думал? Мягко говоря, подозрительно выглядит.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
А камеру можно...
Always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight.
Как будто что-то в глаз.
Went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Establishment.
This is no place for you. Freewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common
Да, всем пофиг.
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Ты это видел? Ты видел?
That's something I can do for you.
Отец. Мне уже накидали, что?
And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The
Прикид
calling
у ГГ
card of
норм.
a vampire.
Александр Андерсон, да.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
А ты мог бы потише
You thought I was
разговаривать?
your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
А ты
No.
имеешь.
I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Все, что ли? Ну что, давайте, поехали. Так, то есть... Священник. Что-то нечисто с этим священником, мне кажется. Да хрен его знает. А, пришел, обнес священника. Че, мужик? А, тебе надо. Лучше бы вот эту рожу сделали, вот эту. Да. Эти глаза какие-то рыбьи, блин. Это чё?
Please, leave me alone.
Please, leave me alone. С кем ты разговаривал, пес? Вообще, мне кажется, зря я это ему сказал. Он же тут с какой-то дурой разговаривал. И, скорее всего, он меня заложит.
It's locked. If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Слушай, а ты же знаешь.
Know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for
Очень
your
злым.
candor.
Very
Be
aggressive.
sure to talk to Tom.
Это много, думаешь, меняет, нахуй?
Качество крови.
Ты проблемы, мать.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
You're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Это называлось...
Talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Конечно.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
I cannot enter.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Про Индию что-то разговаривает.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Короче, эти тупые вывески я читать особо не буду. Я думаю, вы не сильно расстроитесь.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood spots on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Ну, короче, этот куда-то убежал. Посмотрим. Пока что я понимаю, что я отсюда пришел. Но может я что-нибудь найду. Какую-нибудь зацепку. Вот, например, вот это.
Something dire must have come about.
А может и нет. Может и нет. Ладно, идем обратно. Собственно, я говорил, что я иду обратно. Так, сверху укрытие, в котором я был. А, это крысы, да? Убийца крыс. То есть он тут лазил, зашел вниз. Кого-то расхреначил.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Ну-ка,
Can I have some privacy, please?
It's locked.
Things are turning for the worse around here.
You best talk to Tom. I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Hello, sir.
You're still ugly.
I'll leave you.
смысл тогда? То есть с этим я разговаривать не умею. Не могу банально, да. А могу по лестнице? Какой смысл, да?
I cannot enter.
Давайте сюда бегаем. Ну, я отсюда пришел, вот инфа миллиард, ну. Кошмар.
It's locked.
Не открывается. Кто вы такой? Ну, какое-нибудь выражение надо. Туда мне надо. Как? Давай. Ну, сигай. Нет, ну бас. Не хочет, не может. Конечно, сходил, там трупик лежит. От него отошел. И пока непонятно. Или ты про другие какие-то лодки? Такси вызови. Пусть довезет. Так там было... Можно было по следу телепортироваться дальше прям. Такой вообще... Все, бежим. Сейчас бы телепортироваться по следу. Пьяного. Какой-то год. А хрен знает. Так, ну чё, куда? А, туда. Ну, допустим. $1900 какое-то. Так, рубли. До Nokia 3310 или позже. До. Что-то я не понял скрытой атаки. Ну да ладно. Патроны.
Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Ну. Боец из стражей. Это и была скрытая атака оглушения. Некоторые враги устойчивы к определенным видам урона. Они помечены в соответствии с 4 видами урона: физический, ближний бой и дальний бой, магический, кровь и тень. Оранжевый цвет означает среднюю устойчивость, красный цвет означает высокую устойчивость. Бладсосакер. А как стрелять? Сенса просто дикая.
Ну ты уйди от меня.
Очень слабо, очень слабо. Алюминиевый осколок. Нахрен он нужен?
I cannot enter.
Вы этого не слышали. А, ну плевать, и так сойдет. Как-то красться в тени, я не знаю, там что-нибудь можно? Стать летучей мышкой хотя бы. О, кстати, уже лучше. Только надо попасть. Вот. А, надо этот. Ну что, подхилились, нормально. Не, в принципе, нормально. Посмотрим, посмотрим. Единственное, меня сильно печалит сенса, это просто пипец какой-то. О, там какой-то уклон. Так, тихо. Ну? До свидания, бля. Нормально. Короче, ребят, без таргета вообще зашквар. Без таргета зашквар. Форест напоминает. Идеальная разрушаемость объектов. Я чувствую, патроны я буду тратить только на боссах, если такие есть. Ну, вроде как есть. Азиа. Control вроде target lock. Не, это да. Я про то, что я пробую без таргета. Без таргета тут тяжко. Из-за сенсы такое ощущение, как будто игра лагает. Нормально. Ох уж этот бег. Ох уж этот взгляд. Какой-то недовампир. Тут неплохо так кто-то погулял. Вообще есть мнение, что что я скоро найду какого-то босса. Идеально. Я забыл офнуть скайп. О, рубли. Так, здесь я походу был. Неужели оборотень? А, так можно вперед еще ТП, что это приятно. Только выносливость быстро уходит. Надо будет что-нибудь с ней придумать, как-нибудь это. Поработать над ней.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Как ее в руки взять?
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Какой там охреневший. Чё, мать твою? Минус кровь. У тебя плюс кровь нет. Я считаю, идеальный размен. Ну, давай. Так.
forgive you. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred
spirit. Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Вот с этой вот особью он общался.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this.
Это типа ученый, что ли?
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Пойдем чекнем. Трудно здесь разобраться, когда все в кровище.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Я думаю, все, поговорили нормально. Выдвигаемся на рассвете. Достижением. Вообще, мне, наверное, надо было через ОБС это все дело стримить. Эксплит все-таки слегка лагает. О, можно. Я не хочу в эту рожу смотреть.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
Самый известный гинеколог.
That word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand.
Мне страшно, каким методом он бы кровь высасывал.
When myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
А чё, лодка встала?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Это, наверное, самое главное.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Пембрук Хоспиталь. А, точнее, да. Пембрук Хоспиталь. Все дела.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
В руку-то вцепился, блин. Это вот эти шмотки дают? Ну, плащик получше, может его отдать.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Ёб стену его.
dance with him the dance of life and death.
Невозможно устоять.
Back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Музыка, конечно. Такая себе. Опять.
Taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Ладно. В связи с эпидемией... Ладно, неважно. Инфлюенса. Эта больница больше не принимает пациентов. Мест нет. Пожалуйста, возвращайтесь домой. Можешь. И будешь. Вообще есть мнение, что она слишком разговорчивой была и...
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Наверное...
I needed some time to myself.
Опор супер анимацию лиц. Опра супер анимацию лиц.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Да.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Я бы не сказал.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
No.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry.
Vampiriще.
These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Возможно, в ее словах есть доля правды.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
А этот чё?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the
Из серии
position
«Что
of
с лицом?»
surgery. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. still call me Thomas Elwood.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. Frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood. Good evening, Miss Howard.
Need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith, willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton?
В принципе.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here.
Пока что я на это смотрю, игрушка потихонечку начинает расти в моих глазах. Если God of War, он постепенно вот отсюда вот упал вот просто вот сюда, то это пока вот.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Игра? Да, в принципе.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Не так плохо, как я думал. Вот так вот.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with fever.
Правда, сенса сильно печалит.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr.
Свинка
Swansea
Пеппа, да.
offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Ну-ка, ну, сколько всего, ну ладно.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Ты играешь на ПК,
Nurse
да?
Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't.
Хотя мне кажется, на консоли
I wish I
было бы
could
лучше,
believe
честно
you.
говоря.
But what if this epidemic was worse?
Кто ж знал-то?
What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Хотя вот она у меня прям лежит под боком.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Не буду.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean.
Возможно, я видюху не...
Sorry,
дрова не
doctor.
поставил, может быть.
I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Ну, фрезы проскакивают, да.
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis?
Grumpy.
Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Прям как я. Не, причем тут видюха по графике, это же GTA 5.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Блин, бедная клавиатура, не мучи ее, Ваня, я все слышу, это кошмар, не мучи свою клавиатуру, Ваня, стой. Хоть она поломанная благодаря тебе, но она тебе еще пригодится, эти слезы. Он говорит, что у меня клавиатура вся отваливается, поэтому она говорит, Ваня, что нужно всем проспать.
Не, ну просто проблема странная. Меня вроде должно тянуть вообще все, но...
I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Опять Watch Dogs. Эх.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Вот и завистника подвезли. Попробуем, пока у него кровушка на вкус. Ну, думаю, со временем, да.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Со временем, я думаю, да. Хотя мне кажется, что это не нужно, потому что нахрен он нужен такой. Так, уйди. Откуда тварь? Письмо.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
Кстати, ты же доктор. Где белый халат или под хаос какой-то? Чё дали, в том и хожу.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
I won't let you down, my boy. Shift never ends.
Нормально. Обнес такой 4 этих всего лишь.
Good evening, sir. Still more coming. Doctor, how can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Давайте с ним разговаривать, это же так важно. Мы сейчас хреново.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Может, у тебя сифилис, парень?
But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Или туберкулез?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get...
Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Сейчас мы с ними ознакомимся, пойдем потом крошить, надеюсь. Я не особо любитель этих болталок.
That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Единственное, я могу подозревать, что лагает из-за эксплита, потому что ОБС бы выдал лучше. Хотя хрен знает. Хрен знает.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured, you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful.
So painful.
I have to go now, sir.
Ладно. Так, теперь мы знаем, что...
What can I do for you, Doctor?
What kind of man is Dr.
Well, you
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is Sutton. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Вот и поговорили, да? Так, этот с рукой. Так, а ты?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed,
Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Ну, в принципе...
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Mr. Fitz.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying.
Ничего.
Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. The truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Меня интересует, знаете что? Нет, не этот урод. В глаза не смотри. Не этот. Вот это.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse.
В смысле, она же... пересела, чё, как дела?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Да на самом деле не так уж и плохо.
I'll leave you.
Берегите свое и чужое здоровье. Плюясь и чихая, кашляя, вы распространяете инфлюенцию. Болезнь распространяется с капельками, вылетающими из носа и горла. Не кашляйте в общественных местах. Понятно. Так, кота. Бутылочка. Я, походу, тут буду лекарства какие-то мутить. Хочу этого, нет?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Хорошо. Интересно, из него кровищу пить можно? Ничего не вижу, но меня походу бьют. Можно. Не орди, блин, тебе. Напьемся. А, я так понимаю, с каждым новым ударом это все сложнее и сложнее делать. Ну, нормально. О.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Ща бы по помойкам лазить. Ну да ладно. Кстати, у меня уже 1500 XP, надо бы это вложить.
It's locked.
А вообще, давайте быстренько сбегаем. Всем пофиг вообще. Регенится довольно быстро. В принципе. Так, мне бы в больницу вернуться, чтобы подняться на второй этаж. Там у меня укрытие. Где я вообще? Есть мнение, что не там. Со временем я уже привыкну ко всему этому. Так, где-то... Где-то орёт, только вот где? Рубли 5 штук. Самые лучшие помойки. Точнее, самые лучшие бинты в помойках. Ну, в общем.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Reed.
Intuska
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana.
No, no.
Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Опиум. Кадеин. Загадочный рецепт.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train terminal.
Купим загадочный рецепт. Игру на коленке делали, да? Что-то ходят, что-то думают. Так, нам наверх. Тут я еще не был. Где-то тут моя комната, кстати.
It's locked, all right.
Not now. Please come back later.
Пригодится.
It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Это да. Это редкая возможность, даже привилегия, сблизиться с вампирами и наблюдать за их физиологическими и психологическими особенностями с научной рациональной точки зрения. Вот некоторые из удивительных способностей, которые я наблюдал за последние 10 лет в ходе общения с вампирами или эконами, как они себя называют. Эконами. Сверхъестественная скорость. Вампир может действовать и двигаться так же, как и смертный, но опытный глаз подметит, что все чувства у них обострены, а реакция гораздо быстрее, чем у любого смертного. В некоторых случаях тревога, удивление, необходимость бежать. Я видел, как вампир двигается так быстро, словно исчезает и внезапно появляется где-то еще. Когда вампиры действуют так быстро, человеческий глаз не может за этим уследить. Но это не телепортация и не дематериализация. Это всего лишь сверхъестественная скорость. Эта способность позволяет вампирам, словно кошкам, бегать, уклоняться и прыгать дальше и быстрее, чем это делаем мы. Кроме того, я заметил, что такая скорость их утомляет, физически ограничивая действия. Физическое ограничение действует и на них. Ну-ка, давайте прочитал, проверяй. Я что-то получил. И что это такое? То есть мне вот этот костюмчик должны были дать?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
То есть это я так переодеваюсь, да? Так я не могу понять, почему так долго у меня игра на SSD-шке записана. Как бы... О. По-моему, нам хорошо.
Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
И чё? То есть вот эта хрень
If
с
I'm to
цилиндром на
stay
голове
here
есть?
until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Чё, он насколько глухой? Один добивает меня просто в нужный момент, как ключ. Молодой век.
Так, а я как-то еще переодеться могу вообще? Это было бы неплохо. Или глюканул и все, пипец. Подожди, ты у меня тут. Одежда пропала.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Все, пипец, короче, одежда пропала. Ну ладно. Я надеюсь, она еще появится. Ну, я в нее переоделся, потом переоделся еще раз, и она пропала.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Ну вот, все пропало. Я недоволен, конечно. Ладно. Пойдем искать этот морг, а он сверху, походу, или что, где он? Ну, вряд ли он сверху, это все-таки морг.
It's locked, all right.
Not now.
Такой-то вообще. Морг обычно в подвалах, так что...
I cannot enter.
Охрененно. Так-то лучше. Вообще, конечно, сейчас бы заканчивать хорошо. Надо еще кое-что поделать.
It's locked, all
Так,
right.
меня здесь ждут просто. Все, кому не лень. Судя по звукам, здесь еще один босс будет. Ну, в принципе, не сильно против, это было бы даже забавно. Пипец тут целый.
I cannot enter.
Здорово. Пошли.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Кроме все закрыто. Мелочь. Нет.
Бизон!
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Так, вот еще один. Кстати, дай-ка я в тебя вот эту пульну. Крови много жрет. Очень много крови жрет. Плохо.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Слушай, придурок, я просто хотел тебя глушить, чтобы ты ебаный дурак. Вместо этого только зря люлей получаю. А, мне холодно. Меч какой-то дурацкий. Сука, таргет у меня выбешивает во всех играх. Консольные игры, как я вас люблю. Знаете, моя попытка сохранить, как, короче. Консольное дерьмо. Ладно. Я так понял, нам вниз. И как минимум я не один. Явно не один.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
Вот и все. Опа, их несколько. А, он тут ждешь, ну ждешь ты. Я тут сейчас быстренько закончу. Ладно, не быстренько, но ты все равно жди. Таргет в этой игре мусор. И тебя легко перебивают по этой таргете. Какая-то глупая хрень. Да, конечно, таргет это просто зашквар. То есть дали какой-то меч парашный, какую-то парашную... одежду, которую, если переоденешь, то теряешь. Гениально. Отчет. Спокойный Сэмюэль. Коннор, раса европеоидная, пол мужской, возраст 39. Адрес неизвестен, род занятия рыбак, тип смерти естественно. Вероятная причина смерти быстро прогрессирующая пневмония с вирусом, индивидуальным уплотнением легкого, испанский грипп. Присутствующий на вскрытии доктор Каркаран, типец, медсестра Гвинет Баранаган, имя, короче.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Я шприц получил, мне кажется, в левую руку. Ну, в общем. Парни слегка вскрыли, но не переживайте. Ему норм. Как там вскрытие показало? Больной умер от вскрытия. Джон Доу. А, их несколько. Какой интересный. Товарищ, только их как минимум несколько. А, и без крови мне хана, да? Да. Так, хлебнуть не надо упомянуть. Похиляться-то. Без таргета всегда было лучше. Сейчас я чувствую озябну, да? Хреново восстанавливается выносливость. Мне нужно быстренько выпить кровищу. Желательно сейчас. Помните, я лажанул один раз со вторым? Это было плохо. И... в принципе, нормально. Парень, ты не переживай. Я тебя все равно не помню. То есть он такой же, как я, типа. Только он какой-то крытанутый. Джон Доу. Все?
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Ну, это классика. В морге и имя Джон Доу прям. Ну. Ну, так. Неплохо, наверное. В принципе, если бы не этот конченый таргет, был бы вообще хорошо. Загадочный рецепт, хорошо. А что мне нужно? По крайней мере, цвет его глаз теперь имеет смысл. Таргет тут беда полная, когда в большом пространстве дерешься еще норм, но в небольшом, особенно против двух, это ад. Я заметил. И я заметил. Хотя, осилили. Тут главное не паниковать, потому что глупо. Ну, в принципе, паниковать глупо. И мне необходимо кровище где-то нахлебаться. У врагов тоже автотаргет, и когда должен вроде уклониться, но попадают все равно враги. Замечательно. Ну ладно, посмотрим. Блин, мне нужен этот стригой или как их там. Скал. О! Слушай, у меня кровище пипец. Ты не представляешь, как ты вовремя. Я тут немножко натренировался, так что извиняй, мужик, тебя я буду использовать как питьем. Но долго с игрой мы играть не будем. С едой мы играть не будем, так что... Не знаю, игра вполне себе нормальная. То есть... Прям дикой неприязни у меня к ней нету. Постепенно становится понятно, что с глазами, что вообще происходит. Я так понимаю, с каждым убийством я буду становиться все сильнее. Чего мне, собственно, и надо. Будем надеяться, что здесь довольно проработанный сюжет, и он меня не разочарует, так как God of War. О! Иди сюда. Как они мило ждут в свою очередь. Достала, блин, хреновина. Как ты машешь медленно? Ну ты позорник, ты в курсе? Просто позорник. Ты от вас не нож чешешь, да? Признавайтесь. А то укушу. Это плохо будет, поверьте. Рано я вышел, наверное. Пембрукская больница. Ну-ка вернись в морг. Что ж, это автосохранение. Давайте на этом закончим. Вот, на этом мы закончим. По первому впечатлению игра где-то 7 из 10, как ни странно. Вполне себе имеет место быть. В боевке меня смущает только таргет, в основном нормально. Как бы терпимо. Все-таки надо понимать, что у каждой игры своя механика, как бы, и быть к этому снисходительным. В целом оценка положительная, наверное. Что ж, ребятки, Всем спасибо за просмотр. И до свидания.